The Power of Love. A message from the Meaning of Life series. There is a force in this world more powerful than wealth, stronger than fear, and deeper than anything the mind can fully understand. It cannot be seen with the eyes. It cannot be measured with numbers. And yet it has shaped the greatest moments in human history. That force is love. Love has inspired poets to write, musicians to sing, and artists to create beauty that touches the soul. Love has given people the courage to sacrifice, to forgive, and to stand up for what is right even when the path is difficult. But perhaps the most remarkable thing about love is that it does not belong to a select few. Love lives quietly inside every human heart. And when we begin to understand its power, we begin to understand something deeper about life itself. Because if we look closely at the moments that truly matter, the moments that give life its meaning, we discover something beautiful. Almost every meaningful moment in life is connected to love. Love is the beginning of meaning. Think for a moment about the most precious memories in your life. They are rarely about possessions. They are rarely about status or recognition. Instead, they are about people. A parent holding their child for the first time. A friend who stayed beside you when life felt difficult. A partner who looked into your eyes and reminded you that you were never alone. These moments carry meaning because they are rooted in love. Love is what transforms ordinary moments into memories that stay with us forever. Without love, life can feel like a series of events passing by. But with love, even the smallest moments become meaningful. A conversation. A shared laugh. A quiet walk with someone who understands you. Love gives color to life. It turns existence into experience. The quiet power of love. Love is often misunderstood. Many people believe love is only a feeling, something that comes and goes depending on circumstances. But the deeper truth is that love is more than a feeling. Love is a way of being. It is the choice to respond to the world with kindness instead of judgment. It is the choice to see the humanity in others. It is the willingness to care even when caring requires courage. The power of love lies in its ability to transform. Love can soften anger. Love can heal wounds. Love can bridge differences that once seemed impossible to overcome. When someone feels truly seen, heard, and valued, something inside them changes. Their heart opens. And through that opening, healing begins. Love connects us all. If we look deeply into the nature of life, we begin to notice something remarkable. Everything is connected. The air we breathe connects us to the trees. The food we eat connects us to the earth. And the emotions we share connect us to one another. Love is the invisible thread that binds humanity together. It reminds us that beneath all our differences, culture, language, background, we share the same basic hopes. We all want to feel understood. We all want to feel valued. We all want to feel loved. When we recognize this shared longing, compassion begins to grow. We begin to see others not as strangers, but as fellow travelers on the same journey of life. And in that realization, the world becomes less divided. Because love dissolves the illusion of separation. Love in everyday moments. The power of love is not limited to grand gestures. Often, its greatest expressions appear in the simplest moments. A kind word offered at the right time. A hand reaching out to help someone who is struggling. A moment of patience when frustration would be easier. These small acts may seem insignificant, but they carry extraordinary power. Because love spreads. When one person experiences kindness, they are more likely to extend kindness to someone else. And that kindness continues to ripple outward. One act of love can influence dozens of lives. Those lives influence others. And slowly, the world becomes brighter. Not through dramatic changes, but through countless quiet acts of care. Love is courage. Love is not always easy. Sometimes love asks us to do difficult things. To forgive someone who hurt us. To speak truth even when our voice trembles. To stay beside someone during their darkest moments. These acts require courage. But love gives us the strength to do them. Because love reminds us that relationships matter more than pride. Understanding matters more than winning an argument. Healing matters more than holding on to resentment. In a world that often encourages competition and division, love becomes an act of quiet bravery. And every time we choose love over fear, we help shape a more compassionate world. Love and the meaning of life. Many people spend years searching for the meaning of life. They explore philosophy, religion, science, and countless other paths. But when we look closely at the experiences that give life its deepest meaning, we often arrive at the same place. Love. Love gives purpose to our actions. Love gives value to our relationships. Love gives depth to our experiences. Without love, success can feel empty. With love, even the simplest life can feel rich and fulfilling. Because love reminds us that life is not about how much we accumulate. It is about how deeply we connect. Love is presence. One of the most powerful expressions of love is simply being present. In a world that moves quickly, attention has become one of the most precious gifts we can offer. When we truly listen to someone, without distractions, without rushing to respond, we create space for understanding. When we sit beside someone who is hurting, even without words, our presence becomes a form of love. Presence tells another person, "You matter. Your story matters. You are not alone." And sometimes that message can change someone's entire day, or even their entire life. Love and forgiveness. Another powerful aspect of love is forgiveness. Holding on to resentment can feel heavy. It keeps the past alive in our minds and prevents us from moving forward. Forgiveness does not mean ignoring wrongdoing. It means choosing to release the burden of anger so that healing can begin. Forgiveness is one of the most courageous acts of love. Because it requires us to look beyond pain and see the humanity within others. When we forgive, we free ourselves from the chains of bitterness. And in that freedom, love has room to grow again. Love for the world. Love does not stop with the people closest to us. It can extend outward to include the entire world. The beauty of nature. The animals that share our planet. The generations who will come after us. When we feel love for the world, we naturally begin to care for it. We protect the environment. We treat other living beings with compassion. We work toward a future that is kinder and more just. Love inspires responsibility. Because when we love something, we want it to flourish. The light within us. One of the most beautiful truths about love is that it already lives inside us. It is not something we need to earn. It is not something reserved for a select few. Love is part of our nature. Sometimes it becomes hidden beneath layers of fear, disappointment, or misunderstanding. But it is always there. Waiting. When we reconnect with love, through kindness, compassion, or gratitude, we rediscover the light that has always been within us. And when we share that light, we illuminate the path for others as well. Living a life of love. Imagine what the world could become if more people chose love as their guiding principle. If kindness replaced indifference. If compassion replaced judgment. If understanding replaced division. The power of love is not just a beautiful idea. It is a practical force capable of transforming lives and communities. Every day presents opportunities to choose love. In our conversations. In our actions. In the way we treat ourselves and others. These choices shape the world we live in. The journey continues. The power of love is not something we master once and then move on from. It is a lifelong journey. A journey of learning, growing, forgiving, and connecting. Along this path we will make mistakes. We will face moments when fear feels stronger than love. But each new day offers another chance to choose differently. Another chance to extend kindness. Another chance to listen, to understand, and to care. And every time we choose love, we move a little closer to the deeper meaning of life. A final reflection. If there is one truth that echoes throughout human history, it is this. Love is the greatest force we have. It heals wounds. It bridges divides. It transforms lives. The meaning of life is not hidden in distant places. It reveals itself in the love we share. In the compassion we offer. In the presence we give to those around us. When we live with love as our guide, life becomes more than a series of events. It becomes a journey of connection, growth, and beauty. And as we walk that journey, we discover something remarkable. The power of love does not only change the world. It changes us. And through that transformation, we begin to experience the true meaning of being alive.